The City of Binghamton officially signed paperwork confirming the purchase of the St. Mary's Recreation Center on Tuesday afternoon. The center was purchased for $500,000 and will need to undergo another $500,000 in renovations. Those include new roofing, HVAC system upgrades, new windows, minor electrical updates, and masonry repairs. The site will be used as the city's youth center and will be staffed by Binghamton Parks workers. Mayor Jared Cram says the center will become the hub of all youth activities in the city.
Acquisition of this really incredible space in the heart of downtown Binghamton will greatly impact and expand the city's youth recreation programming. It will provide us, for the first time ever, a city-owned and city-run recreation facility that will be the hub and host of all of the city's summer fun activities.
The $1 million project was funded by federal funding from Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, who announced funding to support the city's efforts to open a youth center. The purchase will not affect the St. Mary's Bazaar that will still go on per usual during the summer.